conditions at that time. Was it wrong? Yeah, it was wrong, but I didn't know that. So, is it regrettable?
President accounted for.
The reason we're in Iraq, first off, has not honestly been told to the American people. It certainly had nothing to do with the liberation of the Iraqi people. It was never part of the agenda, and it's not part of the agenda now.
We know we did not have an exit strategy in the invasion of Iraq because we didn't intend to leave. We are in the process right now of building 14 permanent bases in Iraq.
There is this incredible hubris right now that we are invincible and we are the preeminent power on planet Earth. American power and American empire is actually flaunted in people's faces around the world, where we rub our shoe in their face and tell them that we're top dog. And you will work with us because you sure as hell don't want to be against us.
The world has changed, and we're not going back to where we were. I find one of the sillier ideas is the notion, and you hear it all the time, American policy has been hijacked by a handful of people, and as soon as they're out of there, we're going to go back to the way it was. They're wrong about that, because we are not the same people we were before.
We're walking on thin ice. We are treading the same path taken by the first democratic regime ever created in the Western world, namely the Roman Republic. The Roman Republic inadvertently acquired an empire around the world, and they then discovered that to maintain, expand, protect this empire, they required standing armies. Standing armies is what George Washington warned us against in his farewell address, that they will destroy the structure of government that we tried to create in our Constitution to prevent the rise of an imperial presidency. The single most important article in our Constitution is the one that gives the right to go to war exclusively to the elected representatives of the people, to the Congress. Our Congress, in October of 2002, voted in both houses to give this power to a single man, including the use of nuclear weapons if he so chose, and of course, less than 6 months later, he did choose to exercise it in Iraq.
For too long, our culture has said, if it feels good, do it. Now America's embracing a new ethic and a new creed. Let's roll.
I think the history of the United States as a work in progress and our attempt at democracy here is a constant struggle between capitalism and democracy. And there have been ebbs and flows where democracy looks like it's winning. You rein in those powerful forces. But the fundamental reality is that most of the government's decisions today are substantially dictated by powerful corporate interests. Clearly, capitalism is winning.
على وضعها هذا وتصرفاتها هذه أمريكا تفشل وتفشل من الدول نهائيا وتصعد غير دول مكان أمريكا. وأنا مو سياسي لكن تحليلي كرجل عادي هذا أمريكا تخسر لأن تصرفات أمريكا مو تصرفات مال دولة كبرى.
In my lifetime, I have seen the collapse of the Nazi, of the Imperial Japanese, of the British, French, Dutch, and Russian empires. They go down pretty easily. What I want Americans to understand today, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance, and we have not been vigilant since Dwight Eisenhower issued his warning to us back in 1961 about the dangers of unauthorized power in the form of the military-industrial complex.
We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals, so that security and liberty may prosper together.
You got to realize 20 years of the military, you're trained always to respect authority, to be a team player. When the war started in Iraq, I hit a turning point in where my values as an officer diverged.
Hey, buddy!
I had to basically remove myself. So why we fight? I think we fight because too many people are not standing up saying, I'm not doing this anymore.
I fought in a war, and I left my friends behind me to go looking for the enemy, and it wasn't very long before I would stand with another boy in front of me, and a corpse that just fell into me with the bullets flying round. And I reminded myself of the words she said when we were getting on, and I bet you're making shells back home for a steady boy to well. I fought in a war, and I left my friends behind me to go looking for decade gone before. I reminded myself of the words you said when we were getting on, and I bet you're making shells back home for a steady man to wear. Round his neck one and one to think of you, as if you're waiting for this letter to arrive, because I'll be here quite a while. Stretched before me infinitely, I couldn't really think. On the day beyond now, keep your head down, pal, there's trouble plenty. In this hardest day, I can see hope, I can see light. I reminded myself of the looks you gave when we were getting on. You're making shells back home for a steady man to burn, and it's not one to think of you, as if you're waiting for this letter to arrive, because